first. A sunny day like today, like Dan's talking about, makes some people think about solar energy. President Trump's big, beautiful bill is indisputably big. Whether it's beautiful depends on who you ask. Solar advocates are among those who are worried. Our Seth Kaplan is standing out live in the sun to tell us why, even with the shades on. Good afternoon to you, Seth.
James, how are you? Yeah, lots of solar energy here today. And, sometimes you have to look really hard to find a good example for whatever story you're working on. I didn't have to do that today. Let me show you this. Right up there, those are my solar panels on my own roof. So I've gone through this experience. That is my example, but it is the same for folks everywhere who put solar panels on their roof, or at least has been the same until now. When you pay for it, you get a 30% tax credit back. In other words, if the system costs $12,000, you get $3,500 back on your taxes, and you can finance the system and all that, just like if you buy a car. But that is supposed to last for the next 8 years. That was part of a bill several years ago. In other words, that credit was just going to be in place and for the foreseeable future. Again, for the next 8 years.
And then pretty much in the last couple of weeks, the House of Representatives has shortened that timeline to about 60 days. And so all of those workers, all of those factories that were operating under the impression that there was a long runway, right, to get this work done, have now been told, okay, you have 2 months.
So a big change there, along with a lot of other big changes that are proposed in the bill. The bill has passed, as she said, the House of Representatives, that as it exists right now, would get rid of the tax credits. It's over at the Senate now, so it could change. No guarantee it will pass the Senate as well, although Republicans control the Senate just as they control the House of Representatives. The industry is asking for, they say, at least, if these credits are going to go away, at least phase it out much more slowly than that 60 days, give people time to prepare, give companies time to prepare, but also people, if they want to go buy solar panels, time to go buy that system and still get that tax credit, although things are moving very quickly in Washington. James, President Trump says he wants to get the bill signed by July 4th, so just a few weeks from now. We're working the story all day, much more, including both sides. We are efforting, we've asked Congressman Scott Perry, who voted in favor of this, why he did that. Senator Dave McCormick on the Republican side, who now has an opportunity to make his voice heard in terms of what he's going to ask for, any changes in the bill in the Senate. So we're efforting that. Much more coming up tonight at 5 o'clock.
All right, Seth, I know you're talking about a lot of important stuff, and I appreciate your hard work on this, but I have to ask you right now, are you standing in your yard, or are you standing in your neighbor's yard?
I'm standing in our neighbor's yard, but we're this is a very friendly neighborhood, James. So we all, so they'll come have drinks on our porch later, and it'll all work out. Don't you worry.
I had to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that it's fine. It's fine. You asked, and I just wanted to be sure. Just double checking. Never hurts, Seth.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Seth Kaplan, live there in his neighborhood for that live report this afternoon. Really appreciate it.